let's go back to this like field of dreams type.
If the biggest lie that was ever told us. Yeah.
Okay, so there seems to be this prevailing myth that exists that filmmakers, can build an audience using social media and make a living. Where, though, does this audience come from if they don't even have a film yet? You know, they say, well, get that audience going, then start making your film, include them in the process. But at this point, there's so many people doing it. Do you think that that's real? Do you think people can I mean, not everybody's Kevin Smith, not everybody's Louis C.K. who can just put up a PayPal thing and get donations.
Let's be really clear about the Louis C.K. correlation. Louis C.K. is an overnight sensation 20 years in the making. Louis C.K. decided he didn't want anybody to intermediate his career, and therefore, from the very beginning, he was building a direct relationship with his audience, right? His ability to now sell out of his own website came from a 20-year dedication, and he turned down money that he could have taken when he could have taken a deal where sort of somebody else was responsible for the audience, and kept his career smaller for a while because he wanted the direct relationship. He wanted to own the pipeline the whole time. That takes a tremendous amount of integrity and hard work and a real desire for independence. And the fact is, like, not everybody actually wants an independent career. I would just like us to stop treating independent filmmaking as the calling card to the studio system. I don't think that's what it is, because that's not independent. If you want to build an independent career, you absolutely have to dedicate yourself to actively engaging your audience. Who is your audience? Well, I like to start here, right? We do this in the class that we teach all over the country, which is we ask someone in the audience to give us the log line and short synopsis of the film that they're thinking of crowdfunding. And they give the brief synopsis, and I look around to the crowd and I say, who else in here would be interested in seeing that? And without fail, 10 hands go up, and those people don't look the same, they don't belong to the same demographic. And I say, okay, now I want you to ask these people, where do you hang out online? What times of day are you online on those platforms? What kind of news do you look at? What kind of music do you listen to? What kind of blogs do you read, if any blogs? What do you do in your free time? Do you belong to any organizations, any alumni groups? Where'd you go to school? What makes you click when you click? And most importantly, where do you watch stuff when you watch it? So the information that you start to gather there lets you get really specific about how to spend your energy, because where do you get most of your recommendations for film? From your friends, right? So you always start with the core group of people who are actively interested in seeking out new content, that are actively interested in seeking out the kinds of things that you're making, and you turn them into amplifiers over time. But it starts by joining the conversation. And you know what? It might mean we can't make meaningless drivel anymore. It might mean that we actually have to make stuff that like busts through the doors and says, I have arrived. Do you know what I mean? Like all of this year's breakout performance films at the Gotham Awards, I think all of them were crowdfunded. And It Felt Like Love and Dear White People and A Girl Walks Home Alone at Night, those are movies that literally kicked the doors open and said, I am here and you have never seen anything like me. So I think it has to come from a deep desire for independence, hard work, and patience. And there's a video that's been circulating that some big comedians like Reggie Watts and stuff got involved with that said they want a no funding platform called Work Harder. And I actually, while it was very funny, it really misunderstands what it takes to successfully crowdfund. And let me be clear, if you are a film artist, you are always crowdfunding. All of your funding, no matter whether it's people buying tickets at the box office or downloading your movie or giving you $25 to get your film off the ground in the earlier stages, it's all crowdfunding. And it all takes the same tools of identifying that audience, activating them, getting them excited, getting them to tell their friends at every stage of your film career. So crowdfunding has popped up as this word of the thing that we've needed to be doing all along, right? We've just figured out a way to pull, to actually make money marketing our films before we've even made them.